thanked him.
Bet viņš to darīja patiesi no visas sirds un veltīja daudz labus vārdus, lai pateiktos par visām šīm pūlēm, ko viņš bija veltījis, lai nedod šo pārēks.
And Denis was at the side, he was boiling.
Un Denis viņam blakus jau bija gandrīz uzvārījies.
So that is the third step, the third phase. Just accept what you cannot change.
Tas ir šī trešā pakāpe, vienkārši pieņemt,
In your
ko
heart.
nevarat izmainīt, pieņemt savā sirdī.
Because what caused a lot of trouble, hurt, pain in Denis' heart was just that he didn't accept it.
Viss šīs sāpes un ciešanas, kas radās Denis sirdī, bija tikai no tā, ka viņš nevarēja to pieņemt.
Because everything that was possible to do, he had done. So he just had accepted, and then he would have stayed quiet and kind, and also could have thanked that person for all the effort, spending 1 hour.
Ja viņš bija izdarījis visu, ko viņš varēja izdarīt, viņam atlika tikai to pieņemt un pateikties šim ierēdnim par viņa pūlēm vesels stundas garumu.
So what is teaching, the Buddhist teaching proposes to us is to take into consideration the advantage of one attitude and the disadvantage of the other.
Tas, ko mums māca budisms, ir šī...
Mums ir šāda situācija, kad mēs pieņemam vienu attieksmi, cik tā mums var dot labumu, un ja mēs pieņemam otru attieksmi, cik viņi mums var kaitēt.
So, becoming a realist. We have an idea of reality that is the total opposite of how reality is.
Mums ir priekšstats par realitāti pilnīgi pretējs nekā tā patiesībā.
So if you don't believe that, I'll try to show you.
Ja jūs to nesat, es to mēģināšu parādīt, pierādīt to.
I'm sorry, I bring all these things as in the originals, because I didn't have the time to put them on one paper, but it should be possible to find them. Then it's in the other one. Nope. Okay. So, as you probably all know, the Buddha started his teaching with what we call the Four Noble Truths.
Ja jūs zināt, tad Buddha sāka savus mācības ar to, ko mēs saucam par 4 cēlēm patiesībā.
If you have them somewhere? Because here they are in French. But I insist on reading the original version of the Four Noble Truths, and I will just translate them.
Es nezinu, vai jums ir latviešu, bet man šeit ir franciski, kas uztais to, ka viss jānolas un es iztulkošu.
So, whenever we hear teachings of the Buddha in original version, like the sutras, then they are always addressed to, he says, "O monks."
Un katru reizi, kad mēs dzirdam šīs lietas oriģinālā, tad...
Tās ir sutras, un sutras ir adresētas mukiem.
Tās ir adresētas mukiem.
So this shouldn't be understood wrongly. The thing is that as it is still in Buddhist countries like Thailand or Sri Lanka,
Un tāpēc nevajadzētu to pārprast. Tas joprojām tā ir buddhistu zemēs tādās kā Taizem, Sri Lanka.
if somebody decided, a person decided to engage in the Buddhist path, he took ordination.
Ja kāds ir nolēmis kļūt par iet buddhista ceļu, tad viņš kļūst par mūku.
As a nun or monk.
Vai par mūkiem.
And now we have to realize, which is very easily to see, that the vast majority of people that are seriously practicing the Buddhist path,
Un tad mums ir jāsaprot tas, ko mēs varam ļoti skaidri ieraudzīt, ka lielākais vairums cilvēku budistu praktizētāju
at our time are lay people.
mūsdienās ir vienkāršie cilvēki.
And of course, well, here's a little, no, it's same. It's about 60 to 70% women.
Un kā vienmēr, kā visur ir 60-70% sieviešu
And 30 to 40% men.
un 30-40% vīriešu.
Actually, I just heard that in France, among the students of medicine, on the faculty of medicine, there's 70% women.
Es esmu dzirdējis, ka Francijā medicīnas fakultātē arī šī situācija, kad ir aptuveni 70% sieviešu topošu ārstu un tikai 30% vīriešu.
So this is the reality of our time. Is very well like that. But the reading a sutra in the original version, then it is addressed to the monks.
Tāda ir mūsu ikdienas situācija, un tas ir normāli, bet šīs sutras, ko mēs lasīsim, ir adresētas munkiem.
Here, now this is the text. Here, O monks, is the noble truth of suffering. Birth is suffering.
Šeit munki ir šī cēlā attiecība, ka piedzimšana ir ciešanas.
Old age is suffering.
Novecošana ir ciešanas.
Sickness is suffering.
Slimības ir ciešanas.
Death is suffering.
Nāve ir ciešanas.
To be united with, to be together with what we don't like is suffering.
Būt kopā ar to, ko mēs negribam, kas mums nepatīk, ir ciešanas.
To lack or to be separate from what we like is suffering.
Būt šķirtiem no tā, kas mums patīk, ir ciešanas.
Not to get what we desire, what we wish, is suffering.
Neiegūt to, ko mēs vēlamies, ir ciešanas.
So, in short, the 5 aggregates of attachment are suffering.
Īsumā 5 pieķeršanās agregāti ir ciešanas.
So, what are the 5 aggregates of attachment?
Kas ir 5 pieķeršanās agregāti?
In Latvia? It is, I have one person that definitely knows, right? 5 aggregates?
Sorry?
The 5 aggregates? Well, there are 5 constituents that form a human being. Constituents? 5 factors that make a human being.
Ir 5 faktori, kas veido cilvēku.
So it's form, which is the body.
Forma, kas ir ķermenis.
Then it is feelings.
Jūtas.
Then it is discernment or discrimination. Discrimination, like discriminating thought.
Spēja atšķirt.
Our capacity, mental capacity to discriminate things. This is a piece of paper, this is a watch, this is a battery.
Spēju atšķirt.
Like the normal functioning of the mind.
Normāli funkcionēšana.
This. Then there are 49 of the 51 factors, secondary mental factors.
49 vai 51 otrreizēji prāta faktori.
They form the third group, which are the compositional factors.
Kas veido trešo grupu, kas ir kompozītu faktori.
And then there's the 6 consciousnesses that are the 5th aggregate.
6
Apziņas.
apziņas, kas ir
The,
5.
the
agregāts.
first aggregate, the first factor that describes what we are, that is part of what we are, is the body. The second are the feelings. The third is the analytical discriminating capacity of the mind. And these two are already compositional mental factors.